Hey everybody, so this week's question is, if God is always changing us, does that mean God changes as well? This is a pretty deep question, and it's a hard one to answer because we're talking about God, the creator of the universe, who we're never fully going to understand. That is actually part of the point. But within that, there's a lot of people that believe God does not change, and they've got great reasoning for that. There are times in the Bible where God talks about how he does not change, will not change, and that is a great source of comfort for all kinds of people who want this God that is just absolutely a rock, always there, always going to be there, has always been there, and is never changing. And I understand that, but I'm not sure I agree with it. And I disagree with it because the Bible says that God actually changes. We see that right away with the story of Noah, where God talks about how he's disappointed with what he has created and wishes that he never did it. You see it in God's interaction with Pharaoh and Moses, where God changes his mind in terms of how he's interacting with Pharaoh and God's people at that time. We see it with the story of Jonah and Nineveh, where God changes his mind about what he's going to do because of how Nineveh reacts back to the message from Jonah. We see this time and time again. Then, of course, in Jesus, we see how Jesus changes in all kinds of remarkable and amazing ways. See, that's the thing for me. I think people see God as changing. A number of people see God as changing as a negative. That if somehow God can change, that means he might change for the bad, for the worse. He might be less loving. He might suddenly become a different God than the one that we know and believe in. And I don't think that's true. No, we just see God choosing to change in relationship with us. God has created this world that is always changing around us, the universe that is expanding, the world that is changing, all of us that are changing constantly. So if we're always changing, we have this incredible God who changes to meet us where we are at all the time as well. God's never going to change in a negative stance. God is going to change to meet us, so that God is always coming to us, meeting us, loving us, giving us grace, giving us more and more of himself in ways that are beyond, I think, our comprehension. So for me, that means good news. That means God changes now in this life. That means in heaven, heaven's not going to be static and stuck in one place. Heaven's going to be changing. All that for me is a great positive thing. I think we see that in the Bible. I think that we see that in God's creation. And I think it makes sense that a God who changes us is going to change to meet us where we're at as well. I hope that's good news for you on this day, and we'll see you back here next week.